Hello guys, my name is JP and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today, we're going to spend a little time in creative mode instead of career mode. So let me go ahead and load this up for you real quick. I want to spend a little time in sandbox mode, creative mode, because I built something that I think is pretty cool. So let me go ahead and, where is the sun on this thing? Go ahead and fast forward the sun, because I want some daylight. Holy hell, okay, that's too fast. Just need the sun to come up. That'll do. 10,000 is way too fast. I don't think I need to edit it, but I'll go ahead and have a look at it in here first, in case you want to see kind of how it looks and how it's made. It'll be the VTOL 3B. That's right, I've finally done it. So I've made a completely stock, working vertical takeoff and landing airplane. So let me go ahead and... Can I get the settings in here? Oh, I can't. Okay, let me go ahead and just launch this thing so I can get rid of that music. I've had a lot of problems with music being claimed lately. Okay, it starts off on the hard landing gear. We don't need to SAS just yet, so let me go ahead and hit 1. It completely uses action groups. I do not need the spacebar. The spacebar is not your friend in this situation. Okay, throttle up. These are mechanically limited to 50.5%. I have to get up to about 500 meters to be able to take off horizontally from hover mode. Also, this thing tends to like to go forward if I let it just go forward. You have to pull back quite a bit on it to keep it going straight up. So let me go ahead and switch to 2. It engages the single turbojet in the back and shuts down these. It also retracts the hard landing gear. And we don't need to go very far, I just want to show you that this thing works. Now to land, you have to bring the throttle down to about half. This angle right here, 20 degrees, seems to be just about right for takeoff and landing. Because the thing likes to go forward on its own. The dangerous part about this thing is that the nose will sometimes want to come down on its own. The game's aerodynamics try to take over, and it's like, oh, this airplane is going down, so let's make the nose go down, which is usually not what you want. I also did set an abort function. It will shut down all the engines and release these parachutes. But I've got this down pretty well. I don't need them anymore. That was more like an initial safety measure when I first designed the thing. Let's see. Jebediah is over there in a plane. I don't remember which. Bill is also over there in another plane. I think Bob's in space. So we're coming down nice and easy. All I gotta do is touch, and I can go ahead and kill the engines. Just like that. We are down. We have touchdown. Release the SAS. And just like that. I also have the ability to land and take off in regular plane mode. Just like this. The aerodynamics of this plane are actually pretty good. I don't need much of a runway at all. So it's already capable of short takeoff and landing. The aerodynamics are alright, they're not the best. This thing can go supersonic at 10,000 meters, so usually it's roughly 30,000 feet. I think it's closer to 33. But it can hit supersonic at that height, which is pretty good. It has an operational ceiling limit of about 20,000 meters, at which point the intakes aren't getting enough air to feed the turbojet engine. Because actually these intakes do count, even though they're sideways. I don't know how well those work though. Because this weird angle the plane's at, they actually seem to do a little bit better than the forward-facing ones most of the time. Go ahead and raise this gear, we won't need that for a while. But we'll go ahead and fly out to the other runway, and I will bring you back when I'm ready to land this thing. Just to show you that it can take off and land, not from an experimental landing thing like I just did. It was honestly kind of easy. I'm going to show you that it can take off and land. Not as a normal plane. I'm not going to land it as a normal plane, but I want to show you that it can land from a full normal flight. Like it's at full throttle and everything right now. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready to land in about 20 kilometers. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm getting close to the landing now. I'm going to come in from about 1100, 1200 meters. Okay, I'm going to cut the engines to about half power before I switch over to the landing engines. Go ahead and switch over. Go to angle. You'll see it climbs quite a bit when I first fire the other engines because it's still using the forward momentum as the aerodynamics. But okay. We do want this one to go forward just a little bit, so I'll bring the nose down. Try to get it landed right about here. That's definitely a slow landing, but that's a good thing. We don't want this poor bastard to die. This thing's going quite a bit off course. It shouldn't be going forward that much at this point. It has a habit of doing that. The aerodynamics of this game are really weird. They're kind of hard to work with. Going backwards yet? Kind of. Might have to abort the landing here. It's getting kind of sticky. Okay, now we're hovering. Back this stupid thing up. Bring the throttle back down a little. Yep, there's the nose drop. Nope. Once it does that, it cannot be recovered. Like, at all. You have to completely cut the engines and hope for the best. That's basically this thing's version of a stall. Once it hits that, there's no coming back. That's why I had to build in the abort thing. That's the first time that's happened in a while, actually. Like I said, I've gotten pretty good at landing this thing. In fact, I think there should be another one already over here parked. Because I've done it a few times. Although you can actually see that I've kind of crashed a few times. Oh, those are different, completely different designs. Brakes. So yeah, we've landed. It can still take off and land, and it'd be fine and everything. Has a single RTG for for permanent power, because otherwise this thing tends to. It has 4 ASAS on it. That would eat the power pretty quick. Even the 1 isn't enough. I debated putting 2, but I was trying to keep the weight as low as possible. So we're good here, I guess. I guess that counts as the landing. So let's see what else is in the area. I think we're close enough to check other things. Oh yeah, this is just a random plane. This is what Jebediah is in. Okay. This was just me messing around with swept wing designs. This is debris. Okay, more debris. More debris. And okay, I guess there's nothing else here. Let's head back to the Space Center then. We can leave him there and that, he'll be fine. And check the other missions that are in progress. Not really missions, but more along the lines of... Oh, that's right, I landed a thing on the moon. How the hell did I do that? Let's go check that out. We gotta see that. Do we have any fuel left? Can't see shit. Here we go. Does it have any fuel left? Yeah, there's a little bit of fuel left. Basically, I made a lander that completely just uses these little Werner engines. Little RCS engines that use regular fuel instead of RCS fuel. That was... I can't believe I landed this thing. Like for a while there, I didn't think this thing was going to be even powerful enough to land it. I didn't think to do any math or anything. I just kind of did it. But it looks like it worked. I don't even remember doing that. That was scary. That's one of those things I should have recorded. This is the one that is over there. Okay, yeah, that's him. The long-range Kerbal, I think it was an ion ship. Let me check. I don't remember. I don't think it was an ion ship. Oh yeah, it's the dual ship. Okay, this has both ion and... Yeah. It ran out of liquid fuel a long time ago. That was mostly to get into, like, orbit. It's a crazy ion ship, that's all it really is. It was just to... I like using ion engines sometimes. Let's head back once more, check my other missions. Or ships, anyways. I gotta stop calling them missions. They're not missions, I'm just doing random things. VTOL 3B. I knew I had another one. Where is it? This one, yeah, this one went across the ocean and landed vertically. That was a point of pride for me to prove that thing can go high, fast, and far, and still land properly. I landed one at the North Pole. Vertical SP, it just means that I launched it from the vertical assembly building. I wanted to see if I could make a plane in there that would actually work, and it seemed to work all right. Long-range ion ship. This one is another ion ship. I don't think this one worked very good. It's really tiny, I believe. It's relatively small compared to the other one. This is where... Oh, who the hell is this guy? That's not who I was expecting to see on this thing. Yeah, it's just another little ion ship. I don't know why it has a landing gear. It never needed a landing gear. This one got up here pretty efficiently. It still has plenty of fuel on each. And back once more. I also have a little science satellite in orbit. That much I know for sure. That would be this little thing. And that'll be the last thing to check out, because the other one is the one we just landed. Have a look at this little satellite design. Obviously here in sandbox mode it doesn't do a damn thing, but it's nice to look at. It's pretty cool looking. because it actually looks like something from real life. Like it looks like a regular satellite. It's got the little sciencey bits. It lets me click them. The thermometer, the accelerometer. It's got all those things. Okay, that's cool. Apparently there's something down there. That might be debris. Also, this thing's pointing the wrong direction. We read a satellite pointed at space. That's stupid. Yeah, I like this thing just because of the design. It looks pretty cool. And it actually has a pretty good orbit too. I think I got it at 149, 151. So a little less than 200, a little less than a 2,000 meter wobble. So less than a mile of problem there, which is pretty good for me, honestly. It's about as good as I'll ever get it without sitting here with like RCS for like a half hour twitching it back and forth. Anyways, what we've learned today is that I've mastered aerodynamics of this game, apparently. Sort of. I mean, I can build a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft completely in stock that actually flies, which seems to be a problem for most people. Like, if you go to the Kerbal Space Program subreddit, it'll be nothing but people who have made these ridiculous things with mods as if they've done something amazing. No, that's usually what the mods are made for. Like, I even have one of these. I don't know if the 3 is any good. I think 3 was alright. Anybody remember Cowboy Bebop? I even made one of these in stock. Just because I can. I don't remember if the 3 flies very well. I had to add forward stabilizers for this one to fly. The 1 and 2 actually don't need these. I just put them on 3 because I wanted something that actually flies properly, but still has the same design. Full throttle. Come on, let's get going. It works pretty damn good. Like if I didn't have this, what's supposed to be the cannon on the front of this thing, their necks would be almost perfect at full throttle. But it looks pretty cool and it flies pretty well. So just more proof that I can build a lot of stuff in this game. I can't build spaceships very well, which is ironic because it's a space program game. But I can build a lot of other stuff. The engines, drop the gear, let's land this bitch. The hell was that? Did anybody else hear that? It sounded like radial. Sound like radial decouplers firing. This thing does not have any radial decouplers. That worries me. And we're down. Piece of cake. See, aerodynamics in this game aren't even a challenge for me. It's gonna suck when they update to 0.25 and the aerodynamics do change quite a bit. So don't be surprised if I stick around in this version for a while longer after the game is updated again, which is supposed to be very soon. But anyways, if you like any of the things you saw, feel free to leave a comment if you'd like the craft files for them. I do have a couple other versions of this. One without the forward stabilizers, and one I believe is a little bit more rough. Like it's just tweaks that let it fly really. Like these were angled in slightly so that you have both you have control on 2 axes instead of the one like this. But yeah, if you've seen anything you like today and you want a craft file, just let me know and I'll link it in the description if needed, or I'll message you with a link, whatever. Anyways, that'll do it for today. I'd like to thank you for watching. My name is JP, and I will see you next time with more Kerbal Space Program.